You really need to go in depth with your research to know exactly that the qualification you're going to get from this university is recognized and is up to standard, and the teaching system is up to standard. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nani back again with another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. Welcome if you're new here, and if it's not your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by to watch another video of mine. Thank you so much guys. I really appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you that always come back to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys that actually comment as well. You take your time to actually comment a few words under my videos, and you let me know how I'm doing, or you just appreciate me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. Thank you so much again. Right, so in today's video, as you can tell by the title, it's a very serious topic. I'm basically going to tell you guys a little bit about studying abroad again, because I know a lot of my followers actually are here for my medical videos, and that's why I do some of these videos to give you guys tips on how life is like here and everything. But this time around today, I want to discuss 5 points I believe you must know before actually applying or starting your application to study abroad. This is very important, and is before actually making the decision to move to go abroad. It's a huge decision. It takes a lot of work, okay? So I really just want to clarify 5 points that I believe is very important for you to know, and hopefully this can help you, and this can make your application a lot easier. I've decided to make this video specifically for students that are thinking of applying abroad to study medicine, and right now I am a full-time medical student in Bulgaria. I am studying in Eastern Europe at the moment, and just like you, a few years ago I was in your situation. I was like, which university should I go to, blah blah blah, how do I do this, what kind of, like, I had so many questions when I was applying. Hopefully this video will help you and make things easier for you. Right, so before actually applying to study abroad, you're going to realize that, or if you're already in the process of looking at universities and different places, you'll realize that the process is very overwhelming. It can be so daunting, like, to go ahead and be doing all of these research, looking at universities, calling the admission team, like looking at the requirements, seeing all the documents you need. It can be so daunting to go through the whole process by yourself, but I'm here to tell you guys that you can absolutely do it. I have a video on my channel where I filmed with my friend, excuse me, my phone. Yeah, so I have a video on my channel where I filmed with my friend, and she basically explained the process on how she applied to medical school abroad by herself. She literally took the process into her own hands, and she did it all by herself. So this shows you exactly that it is possible. Yes, it's difficult, but it is definitely possible for you to apply by yourself. I already have a video on this channel sharing with you guys my journey, but I could have like an updated version where I tell you exactly what I did. And if you guys would like to see that, please make sure you like the video and let me know in the comment section. Right, so the first point is choosing a university. Choosing a university is not as easy as it sounds, because there's so many different universities offering the same thing, you know, offering to study medicine. Now, what differentiates one university to another? You have to come up with so many questions that you can ask the admission team. You need to ask them so many questions, guys. And if you're going through an agency, the agency will actually tell you everything about the university, and they could even link you up with other medical students that are already in that university. So I would definitely advise you to do a lot of research when you decide to go abroad to study. You are making a huge decision that will determine where your life will go. I don't know, you may choose maybe this university and this one is not accredited. You may choose this university and it is accredited and you can work worldwide, or you may choose another university where the degree is actually only recognized in their country. Or check if the university is up to standard. You know, you have to be wise about choosing universities. Be open-minded. You have to do your research, not just on Google. Go on Instagram, go on Facebook, go on all of these platforms just to find a student that you believe can give you advice. Okay, I'm a person that I'm always giving advice for free, by the way. to upcoming medical students that are always so worried about, you know, going abroad to study medicine, and they always ask me questions about my university, and I openly and freely give them the advice and what I think about my university. Okay, so do not make the mistake of, okay, since I didn't get into my home country, let me just apply to any university and that's it, and I'm good, and I'll get my degree and then I'll work. No, it doesn't work like that. You really need to go in depth with your research to know exactly that the qualification you're going to get from this university is recognized and is up to standard, and the teaching system is up to standard. You need to know that the classrooms are, you know, a good environment in which you can study. The dissection hall is up to standard, the teacher is up to standard and is good. So there's so many aspects you need to look into when choosing a university. Your research and make sure you actually choose a university that will fit what you're looking for. Okay, the second point we're coming into now, guys, is study in a university that you know your degree is recognized. You know that your degree is accredited by the board, the medical board that in the country in which you want to practice. You need to ensure that your degree is accredited. This is actually one of the most important thing you can take away from this video. You have to ensure that your degree is accredited, because if you go on to study medicine and then once you graduate you find out that actually the degree I did in this country is not accredited and is not approved by my country, so you will not be able to practice. You will most likely have to do another course, you have to do other exams, you have to retake things. So ensure that your degree is accredited and approved by the medical board in your country. So for example, in the UK, the medical board that approves medical degrees is the GMC, stands for General Medical Council. That's what it stands for. So if you go on, for example, the GMC website, you can look for your university and see if the degree from that uni is accredited by the GMC, and then from there you will know that your degree is accredited, and once you graduate you will be able to practice in Europe and in the UK and in Ireland, you know, in all of these different European countries. So please do ensure that your university is approved, because I've heard crazy stories from students from other universities in the Caribbean and in other European countries. Right, so now the next point I have for you guys, which I believe is important, but it's not important when you're applying at the beginning, but it's something that you should have in mind, is ensuring that the country you're going to, will they allow you to do your placement year, which is your final year. In Bulgaria, this is in your 6th year. If you're in your final year of medical school, will you be able to, you know, go ahead and do your placement in your home country? Is that allowed? Recently the GMC has announced that we're not going to actually be able to do our 6th year in the UK, because as international medical graduates, when we go back to the UK to do our placement year, we actually observe. We're not allowed to, you know, for example, take blood and to do any sort of practice on patients. We just observe, and the GMC doesn't want that to happen anymore, so they've scrapped that, and now we're left wondering what we're gonna do, because getting your work experience in the UK was such a good thing for international students, and it also gave us an idea of what you'll be getting yourself into. But now that they've eradicated that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I most likely have to get my work experience in the UK during my 4th and 5th year, so I know how NHS works. Wow, it's gonna be very difficult for us, because we're literally gonna graduate with a degree where we don't really have any experience within the NHS, which is gonna be tough. The 4th point I have for you guys now is knowing where you would like to work after you graduate. I know you're just starting medical school, you have not even settled, you don't even know which university you're going to, how the course is, you don't even know if you're going to actually enjoy studying medicine. Like, yes, but you do need to have an idea of where you would like to work in the future. Have an idea or a plan as to where you want to work. Do you want to work in the country in which you studied? Do you want to go to your home country to practice as a doctor? Do you want to go into another country to practice? You have to ask yourself these questions, and you have to look it up on the internet. you need to know what are the requirements after you graduate. For example, in Bulgaria, as soon as we graduate here, as of now, you are required to do your IELTS, a language proficiency test, ensure that you actually do know English, even though you're a native speaker and your degree is fully taught in English. They still need proof because you've been studying in a country where official language of the country is not English, so they want to ensure that you actually speak English. Then you can plan yourself ahead of time, you can do your research ahead of time, you can start looking at things ahead of time and just see that, okay, once I graduate here, this country requires me to do this. So these are things that are super important, and I believe you should definitely look into it before even starting medical school. Now, the final point I have for you guys is you have to have an idea of what kind of doctor you want to be. I believe this will help you. Again, this will make things easier for you once you graduate. I think having an idea of what kind of doctor you want to be will make things easier, and you will start planning ahead of time. You will most likely be inclined to even join societies in your university that are specifically for that specialty. For example, right now, or as of this year, I joined the pediatric society because that's a specialty which I am thinking of specializing in the future. Guys, you should go ahead and follow the pediatric society on Instagram. It's NUVPits on Instagram, so go ahead and follow us there. You need to be curious about where you will fit. It's very important that you kind of have an idea of what you want to do. It's always good to have a plan and to have an idea as to what you want to do in the future. So yeah, right guys, so that's the final point I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.